Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Am I muted again? Mother. And I still haven't changed the audio. Wow, we are off to a bad start. What I was trying to say is, hi everybody. Welcome to the live stream of Cursed Train from Train of Thought's Discord. Go check out Train of Thought's Discord. Go check out his YouTube channel. Check out his Twitter, Train Fat Guy. These and other things are in the description down below. He's a good bean. He's off to stream tomorrow. He posted a video today. Go check him out. Good person. Anything else that I wanted to say? I wanted to say we were off to a bad start, and I guess I didn't need to say that in the first place. Because obviously I don't know any better. And I don't know why this keeps happening. Like, I really need to remember that maybe it doesn't matter. I can probably mute the mic in some circumstances, but not others, and this is definitely not one of them. But I was in such a rush to get things taken care of again that I just completely forgot. Because I don't like it when my computer is picking up all the stuff on the keyboard. Maybe I should have gotten a more quiet keyboard or something. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, hi Evan, welcome to the stream. We are technically in office hours. So if you want me to look at your channel to see what cursed contents or cursed train contents you've got in store, I'm more than willing and able to take a look. In the meantime, I can catch everybody up on what's been going on this week. Because I just been spending time at home doing research, and it is taking way longer than I thought it would. For something that I thought was going to be a pretty easy thing to answer, but I guess not. So is this where he left? Oh. Thomas was a very useful engine. It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything. Also, why Canadian National? Why a Canadian National? That is my question, but nothing much else. From Mainline through Autistic Madness, and I don't think there was much in the way of replies here to write home about. Ooh, it's another little goober. Actually, this one looks a little different than I would have thought. FC Cundinamarca number 1A. Is that how I'm supposed to pronounce that? Cundinamarca? Anyway, in 1924, the BMAG delivered a single steam rail car to the Ferrocarril de Cundinamarca in Colombia that was numbered 1A. The vehicle with the work number 8464 was commonly referred to as the Autoferro. It consisted of a small 222T locomotive and a passenger carriage with only a two-axle bogie. Is that how we're going to treat this? I thought it was kind of like one of those rail motor coaches. In technicality, though, I will not deny that the wheel arrangement is technically correct. I think. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to finish the rest of this. A 220T locomotive and a passenger carriage with a two-axle bogie. Only 1 year after its delivery, it became number 2A of the Ferrocarril del Norte. In later years, it was rebuilt to a 222T locomotive by removing the carriage and adding a trailing axle. Oh, that's sad. But yeah, this is a little bit more goofy than I thought it would be, because like I thought it would be like 4 drive wheels and 4 trailing wheels for what was basically just a rail motor coach. And apparently that's not what this is. And that's kind of, I guess, interesting, I suppose. Now that I think about it, it might be easy to recreate something like this in HO scale on account of the fact that I stumbled across something the other day. Over on the eBays, if I can find it. Absolutely cursed little critter I found. But it shouldn't be that hard to find, right? But yeah, for the last several weeks, I've been trying to figure out what I can make at home to sell online, because I need to get a job, and I just don't see myself like working out in the field at the time being, so may as well try to do something at home. And I was thinking of redesigning, or actually just designing something outright. To sell online. And at first I thought maybe I could just do like, oh gosh dang it. Oh, it was relisted. Never mind. Okay. I was worried for a sec that I lost something. But yeah, I was thinking that I could uh, tool something up and then be able to sell it online. It was going to be HO related. At first, I was thinking like an HO scale Shay, but then I realized that was going to be too complicated to make at home. So I thought to myself, maybe a little switcher. Maybe a goofy little switcher. And that's becoming a little bit more difficult than I realized. So now I'm just kind of going with just a basic motor base. And already I can see that's posing a bit of a challenge because some of the constraints that I have are making this like way more difficult than it should be. If I had a garage all to myself, maybe this would be easier. But yeah, this is what I was thinking of. This is what I was thinking of for this image right here. Like, it would be pretty easy to recreate something like this using a goober like this. Hey Jeff, welcome to the stream. We were just stopping by Cursed Trains with Trainers Without Discord while I was giving some updates on some of the things I was doing this week. I was hoping I'd go out and touch grass, but I was so preoccupied that I could not be bothered. And I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend because, like, there's a toy show and I haven't been there in some time. But there's also going to be global Pokemon Go events for the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. What's Hoya Fanboy 1930s got here? Slow Train Coming by Bob Dylan. Oh yeah, that better be slow. I don't know, something about this just kind of screams... What does it scream? It screams the illustrator called or phoned it in. I can't think of anything else. The other thing that kind of concerned me was that the number of subs on that channel has gone down for the first time in like forever, it seems. And oh, it's another train in a turntable. Well, a Santa Fe 482, no less. Oof, that looks painful. But you know what that means? It's time to spin the wheel. Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Bread! Gotta get that bread, am I right? But yeah, I was a little worried, because, like, I was hoping that everything on YouTube would be fine, and that things would be growing at a constant rate. But apparently that was not the case. And things seem to be slowing down, and that is not a good thing. It's like trying to push a car uphill and then realizing that you aren't strong enough to push it all the way up, and it's slowly teetering back, and if you're not careful, it's just gonna roll right over you. Because that's the vibe I've got right now. Which tab am I looking for? Right, this one. Just gonna... Look at me, I'm an idiot sandwich. Someone just replied, consume, to that image of that train and the steam locomotive and the turntable. Well, who needs iron supplements when we can have just straight up iron? Asks Stop Motion Smokebox. That is true, I won't deny that. But yeah, that's why it says in this one for mainline through autistic madness, delicious iron. Now that I think about it, it does look like he's trying to chew it out. In response to that, we have, damn, who put all this delicious hay here? From amphibious rock. Isn't that just a regular rock? What makes it amphibious? I just think it's funny that this is supposed to be a high-speed rail train, and somehow this bundle of hay just wound up on the tracks. Which side are you? From Stop Motion Smokebox. Delicious iron? Ooh, or who put all this delicious hay here? You decide. Captain Hades posted this from the Indonesian Railways, the DSM 242 tank engines. Why does this look familiar? I will say, though, it just looks weird because it's so narrow. 9-hour nap, you say? That just sounds like sleep at that point. Also, the other thing. Why is it so tall if it seems to be possibly narrow gauge? Maybe? I don't know. Moving on, we've got Narvik, 1940, from O'Dinny B. Oh! Oh no, what happened to that bridge? Normally, masonry doesn't fall apart like that. Again, terrible job, Super. How'd you that one up? Unless this was supposed to be the ending of viaducts or whatever, or something for dumping stuff. I don't know. Somehow this all fell apart, and I just don't know what caused it. And it raises more questions than answers. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, what have they done? What have they done to my boy? Look how they massacred my boy. Not only is it one of Bullied's locos, not only is it Tomitek, but Hostess Twinkies? Why is this turned into a Twinkie? I think I just died a little on the inside. And it's not just because my arteries were getting clogged. Just from looking at this. Hoya Fanboy 1930s with actual footage of the M10,000 heading to the Hoover Dam. What is this sound? Yeah, they really couldn't make up their mind on the audio. Is that supposed to be the shutter of the camera we're hearing? Anyway, we have seen photos, actually, of this, but it is nice to have some video of it over at the Hoover Dam. I do wonder, though, whatever happened to all this stuff? Because I've been to the dam before, and this all looks pretty temporary, so I imagine they just, like, tore it up after everything was said and done. I've heard that concrete in the Hoover Dam is still curing to this day. Locomotive drawbar strength from mainline through autistic madness. I think this one's a repost, but I can't say for sure. But there's another locomotive in the turntable well, so it's time to spin the wheel. Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. post-it note. That was easy. I need to add that sound effect to my soundboard. Where is it? 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 Here it is. What's Denny B got right here? Oh. What is this from? I'm sorry, what? I feel like this is from a movie, but I can't say what. What I do know is that for some reason there's only... Oh, I see what's going on. For some reason I thought it was like a regular Gandy Dancer where you've got a... What is it? Class 1, Class 2, or Class 3 lever mechanism where you have two people on both sides pumping up and down, but this is more of a Drazing type mechanism where you rock back and forth instead. That's why I'm a little confused. Not just Drazings, but also velocipedes. Oh, and typical Penn Central. With another turntable locomotive. A classic certified bra moment. It does, in this image, maybe, maybe that's just my imagination. Or was it in another image over here? I don't know. Doesn't matter. At least they put some effort into this by actually adding all the images in one compendium. So I have to get brownie points for that. Even though it technically is a repost. Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Ooh. Oh. Do I really want to do egg because it's so close? I don't know. Let's try again. Somehow this is worse. I take that back. I think I might be able to manage this. If I can find it. Here it is. But yeah. Curse overall! Just Is this better? Oh, I guess I can turn this upside down again. That was painful. Like... Oh dear. Hoya fanboy 1930s, what is going on here? Lionel prototypes in the MPC era. Forgot to tell me what. Okay, so this is the prototype for the GG1 Mount Clemens. Baltimore and Ohio, 1903 to 1905. For some reason, that bit of history's been stolen. I wonder if it was recovered. We have a cab port. Oh, that's what this is. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got the candy car with chiclets. I don't know why this would be an aquarium car. Because that's what this is. And for some reason, they just decided to put candy drops in there. And apparently this was stolen too. I don't know why it was stolen though. Are these all things that have been taken from a facility? Oh, Sunday's International Women's Day. I should have known. Oh, also St. Patrick's Day. Which is good. Let's see. Changing billboard accessory mock-up. I don't know how it changes, but we will see. Prototype, Lionel something. Oh dear. Oh dear. Prototype rocket car. And also, rocket car mechanism. But how is the mechanism supposed to work? What does it do that isn't done here? Let's see. Classic plastic Lionel auto mold for the little model cars they have as well, which is understandable. I know I've seen a rocket car or two in my time. Don't think I've seen this one though. That really takes the cake. This, however, actually feels like a plausible locomotive that could have been brought into existence. But yeah, steamer with Hudson drivers. I think that's what it's trying to say. Which, you know, I'll allow it. The prototype baggage car. Wells Fargo. Oh dear. And to think that something like this would eventually come into existence. And we've seen it before in the Cursed Trains live streams previously. Prototype Baldwin type diesel in both Pennsylvania and New York Central railways. Not gonna lie, I am very curious as to why they never had double cabbed locos in the post-war era of this sort. Let's see. Gorilla and Keeper car. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. I know they had the giraffe ones where the heads would bob up and down, and that was always kind of silly. But yeah, I can see why this didn't get produced. We got a paint sample here, but I don't think there's anything special about that. This is what the Lionel Transformer could have looked like, but obviously that's not what we got. What we got is way better. Oh, and we've got a mock-up crate unloading car, which is kind of interesting now that I think about it. And we got the classic 1901 or 101 summer trolley, a factory repaint, which was also stolen. Why was everything stolen? This one's just absolutely cursed to look at because it's got the nose cone of the Norfolk and Western, but it's everything else is daylight. So daylight livery, Norfolk and Western J class for everything else. So that's weird. We got a Kansas City Southern, which okay, not my taste, but last but not least, we've got the Banger and Aroostook F3 as well. Ooh, mainline through autistic madness with this bad boy. In 1898, a sleeping telegraph operator allowed a 50-ton freight locomotive pushing a snowplow to pass through the station, unknowingly sending it straight into the path of an oncoming milk train near Worcester, Massachusetts. The men inside the snowplow, trapped by a broken doorknob, barely escaped by hurling themselves into the snowbanks moments before the two locomotives collided in a deafening explosion of twisted metal. Miraculously, no one died, which, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a win. Oh, yeah. I already read that. But the bizarre combination of human error, bad luck, and industrial chaos made this one of the most absurd train wrecks in history. I think I can imagine ones that are a little bit weirder, but point taken. Point taken. This is definitely up there. Let's see. Scrapperon says, "Hey, Bobby, take a run at me. I bet you I can jump over you. Deal. Heads up. Here I come." And Oregon Railfan said, "Yeah, usually when the engine has crashed on top of another like that, the other engine was probably pushing a snowplow." I feel like there's supposed to be a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not clever enough to say it. Frank the Fox Demon with, from the Queensland State Archive Series Part 29. Railcars used as schoolrooms, Series Part 1. The interior of a railcar being used as a woodworking classroom. That must have been very awkward. Like, all of this stuff here are manual tools, so that's kind of understandable. Must be pretty easy to clean because you can just basically sweep all the sawdust outside and no one would care. I think it would be more of a challenge if, say, there were actual power tools. Like a drill press and miter saw and a sander and all the other stuff. But yeah, I'm just surprised there aren't more of these, at least historically. On account of the fact that there used to be a time when there was, like, I imagine, a glut of rail cars that could be used as temporary structures. And they can be easily moved around too, unlike the stuff we have these days. Like, once you put one of those things, those temporary structures down, very often, excuse me, very more often than not, they just stay put. They usually don't get put up and moved somewhere else by truck. That's the other thing. When you take a temporary structure and you put it on a truck that apparently wears it out more because they weren't built to be moved that much. But rail cars were definitely definitely built to just keep moving. Why are we looking at trains? Because this is a stream about cursed trains from Trainer.Discord. 123. Welcome to the stream. RDSO Discord with this thing. This is a Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Aspinall Class 5 242T engine fitted with a Druitt Halpin thermal storage apparatus for an experiment. So it's not a heat exchanger? I thought it was a heat exchanger. Oh, why does this remind me of the lead pilot mine episode? Like, there was just a sinkhole under the tracks and it just caved in finally. And but everybody's there out of the sheer spectacle of it all. Because the only thing I can think of is that there was a sinkhole. Richard Mr. Stroudley says, what expression even is this? I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that cat. Which cat was it? It'll come to me. This isn't the cat I was thinking of. Are there any other cats that I'm able to see here? Ah, here it is. Here it is. I found the image. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My thoughts exactly. But yeah. Open a new tab. Okay, I found it. This image. Bro has the same energy as this. In my opinion. These are basically the same picture. Mainline through autistic madness headed again. You may now kiss the bride and be given scoliosis. Oh. Yeah, that's... Well, I don't know. It just reminds me of that cat, which is also the profile picture of Beluga. But yeah, this looks painful. I cast scoliosis. I do find it interesting, though, that the F units always crumple in the same place when there's a head-on collision, because we've seen stuff like this before. Maybe not that specific one. Oh, usually there's some sort of error, which would cause two trains to be on the same track at the same time. Usually like a signaling and a dispatch error of some sort. Like the signals must have been malfunctioning or they were manual and this weren't addressed properly. And then someone in dispatch is like, okay, it's safe to go. And then the engineer's like, okay. And then they then proceed to go into a head-on collision with another train that was given the right-of-way beforehand. Well, one-track operations are pretty common, almost to a fault. Though dual-track systems are far superior in that they reduce the likelihood of something going catastrophically wrong. But with the advances in signaling technology and better consistency in those systems, I imagine this happens a lot less often than it used to. That's not to say it's impossible. There's a very famous viral video of a dash cam camera feed, I think from an Amtrak locomotive that was colliding with a Union Pacific freight train. Anyway, this steam lorry made for railway tracks. I feel like we've seen this before, but I don't know. The more I look at it, the weirder it gets. Which train? I wasn't exactly sure. I just know that this one used to be a traction locomotive for the land. Then it's converted to being on the rails, and converted still to run on a combustion engine, meaning the boiler is purely structural at this point. It serves no other purpose. But it's got absolute doohickey energy, among other things. I feel like this is a repost, though. I can't help but feel that way. It's a lot weirder than I remember. Oh, and it looks like someone replied with an image. No, they did not reply with an image. Oh, well, yeah, it definitely does feel wrong because we're so not used to it, and it's so goofy. Anyway, Mr. Steam Engine, through the Curse Signalman moderator system, says that's a traction engine with extra steps. It's a little bit more than that, my friend. Hey, Celestial Caboose. Yes, it is. Celestial Caboose, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you're back. And that is the thumbnail. I had been sitting on that image for some time, and I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do with it. So I used it for this thumbnail, for this stream. Also, hi T, welcome to the stream. I think we hit the end, as a matter of fact, of all the stuff here. So I think we can just bounce back into office hours. And I do wish that the algorithm would recommend me for one reason or another so that I can keep some traction going. So yeah, we can go check out your stuff, T. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is a choice of all time. Oh. 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 That's what that's supposed to become. Oh. And 4 seconds ago. It's not even a proper headlamp. That is the quote of all time from Train of Thought on his live stream. And this is Brad. Interesting. But yeah, we got some more images here. Gonna check that out. I think, did we see this last time? I'm not exactly sure. Oh yeah, we saw this one, definitely. Engine being complete. So, let's see. We've got the work in progress. We've got cardboard wheels here. Though I do think there are Brio trains or locomotives that have a larger wheel. Let's zoom out. So we got ourselves the classic Penn Central 020 here. Just going to open this in a new tab. Yeah, it's coming along. If you're able to procure, though, a Brio locomotive with one of those larger wheels, I think that would definitely be in your favor. I've been into trains for the better part of my entire life, to be honest. The Brad model has been modified slightly, with a new funnel replaced the old paper funnel, repainted the wheels, splintered the wood on the side. The splintered wood on the side was glued and painted back on, which is good. Just gonna open that in a new tab. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room, a rubber room, full of rats, and that drove me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rubber rats. But yeah, we've got Brad with the classic smug face. I'm trying to think how it would be possible, because I know that it can be a bit of a challenge to actually, like, yank the wheels from an old Brio locomotive and stick it onto the frame of another one. I'm just using my imagination here for a moment. You just gotta let me cook. But in the meantime, we are going to take a look at this from 3 days ago, which actually I kind of like this one. Let's zoom in for a sec. We've got the Baltimore and Ohio Topper. We've got the Sherman 220, which that is a very large piston with a very large diameter and bore. We've got the Neptune, a 242 bicycle type locomotive. Almost. And we got this one, which I don't know what to say about this one. 262 cell steam diesel hybrid. Oh, it's a steam diesel hybrid. Okay, that's why it's so goofy. Yeah, that explains the counterweight here as well. But yeah, your line work is improving. I can certainly say that. And I don't know what this one is, but it is the 85 495. Oh, I see what's so weird about this. It's got pistons here and pistons here. A configuration that is not very common, but we have seen that before. It just looks goofy in general. Even weirder still how the rod that connects to the valve in the steam chest is connected on both sides. I think that's an interesting touch. I never would have thought of that. It is a lot easier to draw, not gonna lie. Oh, it's the Cigar 210-0. I thought that's what it said here. And it's got a goofy headlamp that is very minimalistic, which I think just kind of completes the whole thing. What with all the tiny other little accessories here. With the tiniest of little domes. And is that a second whistle to accompany the first whistle? Hey, Cool Red T-shirt, welcome to the stream. We're just hanging out, taking a look at stuff. Oh, what's this bread? It's from the Wheel of Torture. I have bread in between my head, and that makes me an idiot sandwich. Oh, 2 safety valves. So yeah, I should have seen that as well. So 2 safety valves, 2 whistles. Not exactly sure it needs 2 safety valves, but sure, the more the merrier. I would think that the pistons would circulate the steam from one pair to the other pair. But if you want to deplete the steam twice as fast, then by all means. Anything else here? Oh yeah, this one's the Back to the Future reference. And the question is, Back to the Future remake by Jacket before GTA 6? I guess so, if CSX is correct. But yeah, definitely the end of the line on this one, if we hadn't seen it already. But yeah, I'm trying to think what kind of logo you could use that has big wheels. I think I have it around here somewhere. Oh, okay, so simple expansion. Yeah, that I see. one battery powered red engine. For trying to configure this one? Because I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking of, what was it? Ah, yes, something like this, but no, not that one. Something more like this. Just gonna open that in a new tab. Just gonna go to images. Actually, no, I can just probably screen grab. Image. Images. Paste. This is a video, gosh dang it. I don't want... That's what I want is the image. And it's not going to give me the image, so I guess we're going to... Open this in a new tab. So yeah, maybe this isn't going to work out like I thought it would. Oh yeah, you can definitely do that. Take your time. We're busy cooking here. So yeah, what I was thinking of was a big wheel like this. And I'm trying to remember the wheel configuration. Because it was supposed to be based on this. Okay, so yeah. What I was thinking was something like this, but you use the wheel configuration from this. Though I think the running gear would be a bit of a challenge to kind of incorporate into a 020 on account of the fact that it's so dang long. But I imagine just being able to like pop this funnel off and plopping it here, I guess. But then again, it is supposed to be a cartoonishly large boiler. No, that's not the image I wanted to look at. This is the one. Because I'm not exactly sure how to truncate this mechanism here. But I do know that Brio does, in fact, have locomotives with big wheels like this that don't have this piston and running gears set up. Obviously, it would be best to preserve what you have and try to find something that's busted instead to try to recreate this with, instead of breaking something that's already still together in one piece. I'm pretty sure on eBay there would be a used one that someone busted up on accident or that's been heavily damaged at some point. But those are my thoughts. I am imagining also... I am imagining also... What else could there possibly be that I'm thinking about? But yeah, those were my thoughts. That is my TED Talk. So yeah, we actually kind of wrapped up a little early, but I know that Celestial Caboose wanted to post something on the Discord. So the link to the oh, you're welcome. So the link is in the description for the Discord. Once you agree to the Cursed Trains rules posted here by Borketh, uh you should be able to start posting Cursed Trains here, assuming there isn't some sort of a spam filter that stops people from posting here in the first 24 to 48 hours. I think there are still some Discords I can't submit onto certain channels for, despite being in them for over a year, because I hadn't posted anything there. I think I should be available next week on Friday. And I can't imagine not being, because it is, as a matter of fact, yet another Friday the 13th. It's like the second month in a row with a Friday the 13th. Just looking at my calendar. So was there anything I wanted to actually post on the Discord now that we're here? Because I've wrapped up a little earlier than I expected. Because I know that there was some things that I wanted to post. I just hadn't gotten around to it for quite some time. Oh, I keep cracking my wrist. I guess there's... I am on Heiss's Discord, technically. But yeah, art and entertainment. That's not the kind of art I was thinking of. Not that one either. I'm not seeing anything particularly cursed that's train related. Oh, the search bar. Actually, doesn't he have his own Curse Train channel? Or maybe it's memes. No, it's not memes. Real trains, live stream train, video game train, charter photos. I wasn't planning exactly. Let's see. Bot commands, Minecraft, planes, not trains, pets and animals, YouTube discussion. Why did I put a typo in there? Just glad it didn't pop up any weird results. Oh, that's a weirdo. That is definitely a weirdo. $39,865. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that is definitely uh an excellent locomotive right there. I think I'll just put this under the category of because I really don't know what exactly to put it under. Benny Boy's Discord. Not this Discord, not this one. Ah, here it is. That's one way to put it. So, oh gosh. This camelback's a lot weirder than I remember. I've seen my fair share of camelbacks, but I think this one's definitely exceptional in its own right. So we will mark that. Go back to Train of Thoughts Discord. Plop that bad boy in there. I'm trying to avoid stuff that's too samey. Because I get tired of reposts all the time. A weird tender, yes, but I don't think this is going to be anything particularly weird. The next thing would be the 41010-0, which is exactly what it says on the tin. Oh, and for some reason now we got the payload from Team Fortress 2, but it's anthropomorphized into troublesome trucks. Ooh, I like this one. This is a very interesting specimen. Atlantic Railway, with perhaps the worst coloring fonts and paint scheme I have ever thought of. You can see that graphic design is their passion. Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of that bad boy. Let's see, Western Pacific converted to Great Western. I guess, yeah, that's kind of weird to see a North American with a British livery. Oh, no. Oh, no. That means I have to spin the wheel, don't I? Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. I didn't think I'd actually hit this one. But I still haven't set this one up, so I guess we'll do egg instead. Let me just hop back into the void, I guess. Okay, void, avatar selection, egg. And then we'll add the other punishments. Just gonna scoot this over. Okay. And then post-it note. Okay, I think this works. I think we hit Skibbity before on accident. So it wouldn't be the first time that has happened. We got this fully covered steam locomotive for some reason. For street operation, which I don't know why you do that, other than for safety reasons. But you really don't need to do that. It's overkill. Three different sources, including a gentleman who discovered them on the firebox. Let's not go any further with this one, okay? Every young couple found the firebox a unique spot for amour de jour one afternoon. Oh, right, this one. Not that story. Let's not go there. This is a strange one, but not the strangest specimen. The Curse of the 90250. Oh yeah, that is a dent. Bogo's bented. Seen it. Seen it. I guess it's kind of long, and that makes it cursed, but I don't know. Not that. What about this one? Yeah, I think we saw this one before. The Garrett big boy of some sort. No, I take that back. Cat forward. And it's not a big boy, it's way bigger. I guess there's this one. General Pacific instead of Central Pacific. A lot of these are pretty familiar. I'm just looking and I'm looking and I'm looking and... Ooh, this one's from Pensy Fan. Wake up, chat. New cursed engine from an alternative universe just dropped. The South Shore Freight from Cal Unit Productions. I'm getting mixed signals from this image. Looks like something straight out of a video game. We've got some HO scale. What's so cursed about this? It just looks pretty normal to me. Oh, I see. They got the rod straightened out, but then the curse of Bachman's awful wires struck and I spent an hour fixing it. Oh yeah, that is unfortunate. Not the kind of curse I was thinking of. Okay, so maybe... Oh. Yeah, I guess that was a bit cursed in a sense. Just not the kind of curse I was expecting. Oh, no, we have not. I should probably go fix that. I think we've seen this before, possibly. But yeah, let's... That's fair. That's fair. So let's see. 4, 10, 10, 4, was it? Let's see. Is it this one? Because I think we've seen this before on the Discord, as a matter of fact. Actually, I might be able to search for it on the Discord. Actually, we have quite a few variations. We got this kooky one. We've got... Oh, I guess that was the only one. So I guess we could post it. Definitely. At this point, so... We just bounce back over here. We'll just copy the image of this. Paste it over here. And close this out. Wait, it's not a 4-10-10-4? Oh, right, it's the 4-12-12-4. Never mind. We may be able to find one yet, though. Oh, and of course it gave me the calculation for the math. Oh, no, wait, that was a 4-10-10-4. I'm just looking at it wrong. I'm being stupid. I don't know why I read these as 6 axles when it's actually 5 axles. I don't know what my brain was doing. Brain ain't mathin'. Quite right, so we will mark that down. Oh, 4-10-10-0. Oh, I misread it. Sorry. I'm so used to trailing wheels that... This is what I get for misreading it. 4-10-10-0. Okay. Aye, this one. Yes, I see what you're talking about. The LSR Class 20 Atlas. 12 produced for the Atlas and Bison. Or is it Atlas Bison? Triple expansion. 14 bar. Top speed, 76 kilometers an hour. 330 tons. So yeah, I'm glad that we were able to get that straightened out. I can remove this. So yeah, we got this here. This looks big enough. This looks big enough. This looks big enough. Though I feel like it's a repost. And I think this should be big enough. But I don't know. I don't know. I will just mark these as spoilers. Because I feel like it. Actually, now I'm... The more I look at these images, the more they feel like I must have seen them at some point. So I certainly hope that's not the case. Because that would be a great disappointment. Dang, wrist cracked again. But yeah, we got that taken care of. And I think we should be able to wrap up stream at this rate then. Oh, okay, then yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I think that should be it for this evening. Unless there's something that people want me to address in some shape or form. Let's see, Camille. I'm seeing a bunch of image results over here. The majority of them are Shay locomotives. I'm not sure if that was what you had in mind. I feel like I'm being a little risky by showing image search results without the safety filter on. Because this is just a little goober, a cute little bean. And this is just a classic. Oh, and the Heist Discord. Yeah, I can probably go check that out. Let me fix that. gave the Caminos a level of fuel efficiency that couldn't be matched until the Archangel class 40 years later. Oh! This one? I have to admit, though, I feel like there's a typo here, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that is an interesting specimen of a locomotive. I always think it's goofy how the pistons are at an angle. I do wonder, is there a headlamp up here? I'm not sure. Oh, and here is, let's see, high pressure, medium pressure, low pressure. Oh. Oh my. That is a lot of pistons. I'm not exactly sure you need that many pistons for a locomotive of that size. But yes, I want to thank everybody so much for stopping by. Got a lot more folks here than I would have expected, considering the circumstances, and I thank you for that very much. Because videos and streams are only made possible through the engagement and contribution of folks like you. I thank you for that, of course. If you haven't already, like the stream, share the stream, subscribe for more with notifications on. If you are financially able to, you can become a channel member or a patron at patreon.com for the same amount or a little bit more. Specifically 99 cents for the channel membership. I think it's like $9.99 at the Patreon. That's the alternative option. Though I think there's a 99-cent option there as well. I need to check. Anyway, you can also donate to the Stream Elements link in the description down below. That's preferred over Super Chats because YouTube takes a cut out of Super Chats. And my wrists and my hands keep cracking without me trying. But yeah, links to these and other stuff are in the description down below. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. I'm going to see if there's anybody I could raid out to. Anyone? Anyone? Yeah, I don't know. Social anxiety's getting the better of me. I won't try to raid out to anyone. But yeah, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. And until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. Bye, everybody.